Rental lease agreement. In this segment, we're going to talk about what is a notice to quit. Now, I've had one of these in my life, and it was because I was living with roommates, and a couple of roommates dropped out, and let alone 3 months later, we get a notice to quit, which is never really a good feeling, but it does happen. So basically, a notice to quit is a form given to you by the landlord, and it's because you have not paid your rent, and it is the first process of the eviction. The notice to quit will be given to you either in the mail or underneath your door. Some landlords will do both just to make sure you get it. The first thing to do when you get this is to call your landlord and see if you can work something out. Most of the time they'll give you an outstanding bill of how much you owe, and if you can pay it soon, then they'll drop it. But if you can't, they're still going to go with it. The key thing to remember is if the debt due is more than the security deposit, I would just go with the notice. I would go with the landlord. If it's less, you're better off just to pay it. So that way you're not going to lose any money. You'll still get a little bit. The difference between the security deposit and that, you're still going to come out on top. Plus, your credit's not going to go down. So, right here, as you can see, notice to quit most of the time happens when there's an apartment with roommates, because it's very easy for one of the roommates to drop out if they lose their job. They're not going to be able to pay the rent. And then the nightmare is trying to kick them out, because most of the time you really don't have any power to kick them out of the apartment. So the rest of the roommates in the apartment have to go down with it, with the ship. Most of the time the landlord will allow 3 months of rent not to be paid, and if it goes beyond 3 months, to them that's a bad sign, and they are going to give this notice and try and get you out there as fast as they can, so they can get new tenants that can pay the rent. It depends on what state you live in, but you always have the right to fight it. The landlord can't come over and switch the locks and kick you out. He needs to go to court and needs to basically get a judgment. And once he does that, it will be given to a sheriff, and the sheriff will come to the apartment with the document and ask you to leave with all your possessions. They will usually give you a little heads up before that happens, but so you can be prepared for that. The sheriff has the right to arrest you if you decide to stay and decide to fight it. If the sheriff shows up at that point, it's better off you're just better off to leave. There's no sense of going to jail. You basically lost the war at this point, or prolonged it as much as you could. So that basically is notice to quit. So thanks for watching Rental Lease Agreement.